So, what's up, y'all? I wanted to talk because I have to excuse my voice. I have acid reflux, so my voice sounds a little deep right now. But I'm kind of in a funk right now because I got some decisions to make. What I should do is to sell my car, and the second one is I have a fibroid on my uterus, and I'm trying to decide on whether or not to get a complete hysterectomy or a partial hysterectomy. And I gotta make a decision fast because it is April 18th. So I need a little help with that. Now, as far as my car, I don't want to get rid of it. I really don't. I love it. It's a 2019 Range Rover Sport. It's red, like a candy apple red. Now, my husband paid my husband paid 82,000 for the car, and he paid cash. And since I've had the car, I've only driven it. Come on, go. Your mommy should have told you I was doing the video. But go ahead, go. So since I've had it, I've only driven it maybe 4 times in 3 years, maybe 4 times. And the problem with that is I really don't desire to drive it. I really don't. I guess you can guess that from the fact that I said I've only driven it 4 times in 3 years. But it's crazy because I love the car. I love it. But when my husband first told me that he wanted to get it for me, I told him don't get it. Because I'm like, majority of the time, if I leave the house, it's with him, So I'm like, I didn't see the sense in getting me my own car because majority of the time I'm with him. And he felt that I should have a car because he's always saying, like, what if I'm not home and you want to go somewhere, you want to do something, you have the car, you can go, and I know you love the car. And he just really, really, really wanted me to have it. So he got it for me. But, talking about, as I was saying, where I live, there's mass transit. Right at the corner of my block, there's the 25 bus, there's the 44 bus, then the train station is right around the corner. So, and then every store that you could ever want to go to, hair supply store, restaurants, you have on every corner there's a restaurant. There's like 3 Jamaican restaurants. There's a Popeyes, there's a Domino's, there's Applebee's is directly across the street, actually facing my apartment. There's pizza places all up and down the street, and there's a Kentucky Fried Chicken on the corner. There's 2 McDonald's, more pizza places, and then there's around the corner there's a Taco Bell and a Burger King. I mean, where I'm at, you don't never have to worry about being hungry. And there's 3 Chinese restaurants right directly on the corner. So anywhere I have to go, hair stores or whatever, everything is right in walking distance. I don't have to, honestly, I don't even have to walk 2 blocks to get to any of these places that I just mentioned. So I don't really have a need to have the car. And I feel bad because, he bought it for me as a birthday gift. Um, and I haven't been driving it. And so I told him to just sell it. I told him to sell it because it's basically brand new. I mean, even though it's 3 years old, I only drove it 4 times. And so it sits in the parking lot. It just sits in the parking lot. Every now and then, my husband will take it out to the car wash to get it washed. The inside still smells brand new. The seats in the car are still brand new. Everything in it. There's not even dust in the inside of the car because it hasn't been driven. Don't get driven. And I know a lot of people might feel like, oh, that's being ungrateful and nothing like that. But no, because I told him, do not get me a car. I had my reasons. I explained to him why. But he wanted me to have it more than I wanted to have it. So he surprised me with it when he got it. Actually, I didn't get it on my birthday. I got it in July. And we happened to be in Cancun at the time. And he was making all these plans. And I was wondering, like, we on a trip with family, and everybody kept saying, where your husband at? Where your husband at? And every time I seen him, he's on the phone. He's on the phone. Now, I didn't know that at the time he was making calls to the dealership to have the car ready so when we got home from Cancun. Now, what happened was he knows red is my favorite color, especially candy apple red. So when he called them about the car, they said they didn't have a new Range Rover Sport in red, but they did have a new used one in red. And he told them, no, I don't want no used car for my wife. I want it brand new. So they said, well, if that's the case, then we would have to send for it because we don't have any on the showroom floor. So he said, okay, then it took a little longer, so that's why I didn't get it on my birthday. So he was making plans the whole time we was on the trip. He was making plans to get this car. So when we got back home, I think it might have been 2 days after we got home, he surprised me with it and had me to come outside and had the big bow on it and everything like that. And I was honestly shocked. I didn't believe that it was mine, but yeah, so he surprised me with it. And although I'm grateful, but I just felt like that's a lot of money to spend on a vehicle that you're not using. So I told him that I realized that I don't really like driving. I really don't. I like the idea of driving, but I don't really like driving. You know, um, we've had cars before, and I would drive if I had to, but it wasn't something I really wanted to do. So I'm telling him to sell it, and he's upset that I'm telling him to sell it because he wants me to keep it. But I told him, that's a lot of money to just be sitting, and I don't see myself driving it because I don't go too many places where I need to drive. So to me, it was like a waste of his money, and I feel bad. So instead of me just holding on to a car that's just going to be sitting in the parking lot, I just said, "Won't you just sell it? Just get your money back for it. It don't make sense." So, so that's the dilemma with that. Um, you could write down below and let me know what y'all think. Um, it's crazy. And then as far as the hysterectomy, I'm like, I'm watching all these YouTube videos with the doctors. Some doctors are saying this, some doctors are saying that. And it's like, basically, I don't have to have a hysterectomy. I could just remove the fibroid. But the thing is, like, cancer runs in my family. Like, my aunt passed away from breast cancer, and her father, which is my mother's father, died from liver cancer. So I be thinking about ovarian cancer and cancer of the uterus and all this, that, and the third, and all this, that. So I was just like, if they're going to do that, just take everything. You know what I'm saying? This way I ain't got to worry about those problems down the line. But cause I'm not, honestly, I'm not worried about. I'm not having no more kids. You know, I've had 3 kids. I got grandkids now, so it's like I'm not about to have no more babies. So that's the only reason why you would need the fallopian tubes or the ovaries is to produce babies. I'm not having no more. So you know, but I'm trying to decide because I'm hearing so many different things. So and then I was wondering also about the what is it, laparoscopical or whatever, that surgery, or the full one where they cut your stomach across. You know what I'm saying? The laparoscopical. I hope I'm saying this right because it don't sound like I'm saying it right. But um, I'm worried about that, and then the gas, because they said, they blow your stomach up and it's just a lot of gas, and I don't want to have to deal with that gas. And it's just so much crap. And then I'm thinking about, because I watch my granddaughter, because my daughter works and stuff like that, and my son works, my husband works, so everybody works and stuff like that. And so I watch my granddaughter so my daughter can work. So now I'm like, if I'm up from the surgery, who's gonna pick my granddaughter up from school? So now my daughter has to worry about who's gonna pick her up and this, that, and the third. So it's just so I'm thinking about putting the surgery off. I don't want to, but I'm thinking about it. Because see, one thing about me, I thought get it over, get it done with, and be finished with it, and just move on. Let's move on. I don't like putting things off when it comes to surgeries and stuff like that. I like to just go in there and do what I need to do and get it over with. So the decision on whether or not to have the hysterectomy, the full hysterectomy, or do a partial hysterectomy, I'm still wondering about that. But I have to make a decision. That's because, excuse me, the 18th is coming up soon, and I got to decide. And then it's the whole decision of the car and that. So I'm like, I could really use some advice from y'all out there because um, mostly everybody that, well, I'm not going to say mostly, but I know I spoke to my mother about this, I spoke to my sister about this, I spoke to my kids about this, and my kids are saying, sell it. It don't make a difference. It don't make sense to keep it if you ain't driving it. And my mother and sister saying, no, keep it. That's a beautiful car, and you haven't even driven it really yet, and you haven't gotten your fun out of it before you go and sell it. Like, at least, get your fun out of it first before you sell it. And, both sides have good points because I haven't really gotten to enjoy the car, you know, but I just don't see myself like, where am I going? You know what I'm saying? Where am I going? Um, and then, my son and my daughter saying, just sell it because, they see that I don't drive it. So they like, it don't make sense. The car's just sitting there not being used. It's not, it's not like a junk car, 2019, it was bought brand spanking new. You know what I'm saying? Off the showroom floor. It was bought. When he bought it, we had to take the plastic off the wrapping and all of that. It was wrapped up, brand new. So the car is basically brand new because I only drove it 4 times, and my husband don't drive it because he don't want to drive my car. He has his car. He bought him a car right after he bought mine. It's like I think 2 months after he bought mine, he bought his. Um, so he don't, and then he don't like the color. He don't like red for a car and stuff like that. I offered to give it to my kids. They don't like it because of the color. You know, my daughter, she don't like colored cars. She either want white or she wants black. She don't really, or gray, but she don't really like the colors like the blue and the red and all of that. She don't really like that. My son, he's kind of tall, so he feels that it's too small for him inside. So I don't know. It's just, and everything. Then the crazy thing about it is like every time I think about selling it, I start feeling sad. Like I don't want to sell my car. I don't want to sell my car. But then, I'm like, psh, what are you keeping it for? What are you going to do with it if you keep it? Are you going to drive it? Are you going to be taking it out and find somewhere to go so you can drive the car? And see, that's the thing. I don't want to force myself to go somewhere just so I can drive it. You know what I'm saying? If I have a need to go somewhere, then that's fine. But I don't want to just making excuses to get in the car. So oh, let me just drive somewhere just to be driving it so I can say I was driving it. No, I don't want to do that. I just figured, sell a car, get his money back, and that'll be that, you know. And if I do need something down the line, I get something. I don't know. You know what? To me, it's just like, okay, I haven't had any maintenance issues with it because it's brand new. But down the line, I don't want him spending a whole lot of money on maintenance for a car that don't get driven that much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy. But this is the discussions that we've been having. And he said to me, he said, babe, listen, I don't want you to sell it. He said, I know I'm going to be upset if you do sell it, but ultimately it's your car. I bought it for you. It's your decision. So if that's what you decide to do, I won't like it, but I'll respect it and I'll understand it. So I don't know what to do, y'all. But if y'all have any suggestions on either issue, please comment below. Let me know what you think as far as the hysterectomy, as far as the car, or what have you. Let me know in the description, down below, what you think I should do. Because I'm honestly am at a loss. I don't know what I should do. Both situations are driving me crazy, to be honest. And that's all I've been thinking about for the past week or so. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Now, as far as the hysterectomy, it's not a major thing. It's fibroid is a tumor, but it's a benign tumor. It's not a cancerous tumor, and it doesn't really bother me. But just the fact that it's there is enough for me to just want it out of there, But the only way to remove it is through surgery. So I would have to have a surgery in order to move it. See, anything that doesn't belong in my body, I want out of my body. That's how I look at things, because I could keep it in, which my doctor said to me, well, if it's not bothering you, just leave it alone, just let it go and just monitor it. No, I don't want to have to monitor nothing. If it's there and it's not supposed to be there, if it's not medically supposed to be there, I don't want to monitor it to see what's going to happen. Take it out. Remove it. I don't want to know a year from now, oh, it then turned into something else, or I done grew more of these things because this was never removed. I don't want to deal with that. If it's not medically supposed to be there, remove it. I don't care if it's not bothering me or not. Is it supposed to be there? No. Can you remove it? Yes. Well, then let's remove it. You know what I'm saying? So, all of that, it kills me when doctors say things like, if it doesn't bother you, just leave it alone, just monitor it, and in a few months from now, we'll look at it again. And no, why I gotta go through all that? Why am I going through that? Why am I putting myself through that? Back and forth to the doctors, them testing it to make sure it's not growing into something, when I could just take it out while it's not bothering me, and then remove it, get it out of there before it starts bothering me. But anyway, like the doctor said, it's your decision. You do what you want. So I told him I want it removed. Now, so I don't have to have a complete hysterectomy, but with all of the cancer thing running through my family, it's just, I don't know. Anyway, but comment down below. Let me know what you think. What you would do if it was you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm going to just take your advice completely and just be like, you know what, I'm going to do what you say do. But I just want to hear different opinions. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you always know when I have a video coming. And I'm just going to be doing videos every week, all week long, y'all. Every day if I can. If not, every other day. So just look out for my videos, because I'm going to be hitting you with those notifications. So until next time, y'all, be blessed, stay blessed. And like I said, let me know. Peace.